full of gyan and lacking a gyan, the lokas which are made for the real knowledgeable persons, real scholars who had understood the essence of Atma, who had experienced the Atma Sakshatkar. Chatte pravriddhe to mrida Atma vidam kuleshu janitva Atma yathatma jnana sadhaneshu punya karmasu adhikaroti iti uktam bhavati. In a simplified method, simplified level, Bhashyakar explained there that whenever any person experiencing increment of Satogun, he dies then he takes the next birth in the family of a person where his family members are always engaged in the knowledge related to Atma Sakshatkar. At that place, at that moment, he is, you can say, he is benefited by an option to experience much and more knowledge related to Atma Sakshatkar. And thus, he experiences the Atma Sakshatkar finally. So this is the benefit to experience the increment of Satogun at the time of death. Now, what happens when anyone dies and at that moment he is experiencing the increment in Rajogun? Let's see. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tatha pralinastamasi monayonishu jayate. We are going to learn the effect of increment of Rajogun and Tamogun at the time of death by anyone. First of all, the Rajogun, increment in Rajogun, what happens? Rajasi pravritti maranam prapya falartham karma kurvatam kuleshu jayate tatra janitva swargadi falasadhana karmasu adhikaroti ityartham. If someone is experiencing death while experiencing the increment in Rajogun, then what happens? Then that it takes the next birth in such families where his relatives, family members, all are engaged in performing actions related with fruits, and thus he takes birth there, and thus while experiencing and thus in the continued practice of such karmas attached with fruits, he is benefited by the, you can say, by the option to attain heaven and other such lokas. Now about the Tamoguni. Tatha tamasi pravriddhe mrito mooda yonishu swashu karati yonishu jayate. Sakala purushartharambhanar ho jayate ityartha. That if someone is experiencing death and while death he is experiencing the increment in Tamogun, what happens? That the result is that he takes the another birth in the form of kukar and shukar, that means in the form of dog or the pig, because and thus he is you can say prohibited from performing the Vedic karmas. What was the characteristic of Tamogun? That while experiencing, while he is increasing in Tamogun, means he is always engaged in performing such actions which had been prohibited by Vedas, and he is feeling idle towards performing the actions prescribed by the Vedas. Means he is not showing interest towards the Vedic karmas and showing full interest towards the karmas prohibited by Vedas. So there is disinterest toward the Vedic karmas and interest towards the karmas being prohibited by the Vedas. So in that case, that Jivatma is put in the form of dog and pigs. So there is no any rule of Vedas on them. Be there and perform such actions. So this is the effect of a person, the effect of